Hello guys, and welcome to a new WARNO video today by me, Vulcan. In this one I have for you game 4 of a best of 5 between SCUF and Stardekk in the semi-finals of the Division 1 playoffs of the WARNO League. Today they are playing on Mount River Duel, and on our left in the red team we have Stardekk playing with the 4th Polish Mechanized, and on our right in the blue team we have SCUF playing with the 2nd UK Infantry. Both these players have been putting up a great fight so far. The first couple of games were really fast, back and forth, went 1-1. And then in the last game, the third game, it went a bit longer, but SCUF took it, and that makes it 2-1 for SCUF. So if he wins this game, that pushes him on to the final, where there is a decent prize pool. I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but it's a lot. So he's going to want to get there. Meanwhile, also Stardekk doesn't want to lose out. So if he does lose, he gets knocked out of the semi-final. So he's got to win this one. So there's everything to play for. I'm really excited what we're going to see today. Let's have a quick look at the units going down. On this top side, it's going to be triple honker with the special forces. We've got the MI2s coming in with those 23mm autocannons and very good optics. The MI2 with the Strela 2M. There's going to be 4 BMP1s with Per Kiilstofte, and then the OSA 2 T55 AMS Meritas. These ones are really interesting because they have the mine clearing system on the back of them. And we've got a T55 leader and also supply in there. On the bottom, just the Commandosi and the Pehota, which is going to be capturing Bravo early on. On the side of SCUF, he's going to be utilizing a lot of forward deployment, which is quite common with the 2nd UK. He's got 4 units of SAS, 2 units of Scout, 2 Foxes, a couple of Gazelles, 2 Lynx AH-1 Hellarms with Milan 2s, Rover to capture the topside sector, Rover Milan in the mid with the Challenger Mark II, and the Mott Airmobile leader heading down to the bottom side. So what SCUF really wants to do here is secure the center and then try and secure Alpha and Papa as well. That puts him in a massive lead on this map. But already, Hellarm taken down, MI2 taken down by the SAS, the Milan then dies swiftly after. The MI2 trying to take out the scouts and do manage to do so. Now the Fox coming up with the SAS to take out the 2nd MI2 here. Honka kills the Gazelle in the center. Absolute bloodbath at the start of this game, as now the Special Forces move up to engage the SAS. Honka though, brevet on this thing. It's going to do a lot of damage to those SAS out in the open, as they are not currently using cover, taking down a 4-man already. And quite often I'll say that the 2nd UK, their performance really is determined by how well the SAS do. And as soon as the SAS are gone, the game gets a lot harder. So SCUF has to find value out of these SAS, and so far he has. I would say that killing both of those helicopters was certainly a good start, but is starting to lose the foothold on the very top side of the map. Fox, meanwhile, takes out the Honker on the bottom side and was trying to take out the Scot there, but the MI2 now on the way to try and clean things up, because that Gazelle is spotting for the Fox quite nicely. Meanwhile in the center, Rover Milan taken care of, and it seems like both of the Lynx Hellarms were taken care of as well, so those are no longer a threat. Gazelle goes down to the Strelas. Seems like Stardekk's starting to get himself into a pretty favourable position here, although the strong point of SCUF is pretty good. He's got the Challenger Mark II and the Milan II. The Milan II is going to be able to pick up all of these very easily, but it looks like the Merida's aiming its mine clearing tool straight at the Milan II. Gonna kill the scouts, gonna kill the Milan, blinds these forces, also takes away some of their AT capability, and that is really rough for SCUF now. Now it looks like the next T55 AMS is going to try and wipe out another unit of SAS. All the while, on this top side, the SAS got killed. MI2 moved up with the BMP-1 and the Special Forces, and they're going to be able to secure that position, but not capture it just yet. Challenger Mark II finds the kill onto the T55. That's a trade with the SAS. Another SAS spotted, but this T55 has been resupplied by the Gaz, so it can fire probably soon at the SAS. This Challenger is trying its best to keep the front alive here. But here comes the Su-22 and down it goes. Beautiful. On this bottom side, SAS have moved up, take out the MI2. So that does open the floor for the Fox to be harassing there once again. T-55 looking to engage the SAS. It did pre-aim at this back building. The SAS not going to have time to leave. Mine clearing tool wipes them out. And that is the center completely broken down. Now in theory, the way that this works is, yeah, blue side generally gets the bottom side here. And then would want to try and contest X-ray because X-ray is a two-pointer. But then red side, if they start here and just push down the middle, will often get to X-ray first. So it's a bit of a weird one, this map. I'm not sure if it's quite balanced enough or what, but we now see another Su-22 coming in. And it seems like even though Scuff managed to get in a really, really good position early on, Stardekk here, he's finding ways to break it down. And that's another Challenger 2 biting the dust to the 4 250 kilogram cluster munitions there. Also coming in with a strafe onto the Gazelle to add insult to injury. That is horrific. So now Commandosi going up against the SAS. The SAS should defeat the Commandosi on their own. Lynx AH-1 Hellam is going to help deal with the BMP-1. And meanwhile, Scuff's going to now move up the Mot Emmerbill so that he can maybe try and contest Bravo. But there is the Polish leader sitting there. T-55 has moved into the center sector. And whilst Stardekk has, you know, killed a lot of things to get in here, all that did really was neutralize the income of conquest points that Scuff had. Or the trade. The warrior for the BMP-1. Not gonna stop this. Per Kiilstofte from just sitting in there though. Oh, nice kill onto the Saxon. Here comes the SAS. Looking to take out the leader here. The Mot Emmerbill also jumping in there. It's going to jump straight on top of this leader. That leader's going to try and retreat, but out in the open, going to have a hard time. Does drop its smoke to cover its retreat. He gets back into that building and jumps out the other side. He might be okay, but here comes the Su-22 with the bombing strike. Takes out the SAS. And cleaning out the Mot Emmerbill would have been nice as well, but I think killing the SAS is more important there because of the AT and AA capability. The Mot Emmerbill leader doesn't have any of that, so it's not going to be able to stop the T-55 from just driving forwards and killing it, which is a big deal in this situation. I mean, even the BMP-1 can now move forwards and help engage. The Mot Emmerbill might be able to get a free kill in the mid there. Osa pops the Lynx on the bottom side. This Lynx AH-1 rocket needs to be careful that Osa did not continue to drive forwards, so gets away with that one. But yeah, the T-55 going to be able to basically free kill the Mot Emmerbill if they don't smoke themselves. On top side, Per Kiilstofte still holding the line. Mot Emmerbill have moved up here, take out the BMP-1, but now going to be engaged in the open by the Per Kiilstofte, so will likely take cohesion loss there. The T-55 and the BMP-1 finish the job onto the Mot Emmerbill. Fox getting some cheeky shots in, and Harrier GR3 coming in with its two 450kg bombs to clean out some of that infantry. The Harriers coming into play is nice, although the Osas are up and about, so he's got to be careful. Those Harriers, maybe he can get shots on target of the Osa with them. But that was a nice kill. BMP-1 going down with the Per Kiilstofte inside. Fox getting free kill on the bottom side. All this infantry is just getting cleaned up so easily right now by Scuff. But SAS Scout combination managing to resecure this sector. There wasn't any sort of counter cap here, so this has more or less just been a distraction for the time being. But now what happens is the question. The rover going to be going for the T-55. Doesn't actually get a direct hit. I think it just landed nearby and then did some damage. SU-22 takes out the Harrier, and then the cluster coming in again. Oh no, another Challenger Mark II goes down. It's like as soon as he brings one of those in, it is dead. And unfortunately for Scuff, he has a very limited amount of those available, you know. I'm pretty sure you can only get like 6 of them in the second UK or something. Meanwhile, nice kill by the mine layer, or the mine destroyer, to kill the Milan 2. Osa looking to shoot down the Lynx AH-1 as it did manage to wipe out the Commandozi on the bottom side. And the leader here looks like it might go down to the Fox. Oh, it's on a runner. It's doing a runner. It's run out of smoke. So more and more units coming in. It looks like the Airmobile Milan here are going to try and travel to the bottom side. But if he doesn't change the way in which these move, the Beholders Mech might just kill them on the road. Although they've now jumped out of the building, so the Saxons will potentially stop and engage them as they drive along. The leader does eventually go down to the Fox, and the Fox has moved up enough that it will hit the BRDM. But here comes the cluster. Oh, okay. Maybe he just didn't have line of sight there, but that didn't drop. BMP-1 though did. And it lands its Maliotka M on target. Like an absolute Chad. Oh, Lynx AH-1 taken care of by the Osa. Oh, now cluster coming in onto the Warrior Milan. Takes that out. HE bombs onto the Mont Airmobile and the Milan 2. Oh, crushing engagement by the SU-22s in this one. They are running all over the second UK. And we've talked about this a little bit before, where the second UK, because it's the British, their AA kind of sucks. And so the SU-22s in this position are just doing so much free damage to the second UK. Like, he has to get like the Rapier FSA up in order to even have a chance of shooting down the SU-22s. And then we've seen in the past that SU-22s just like target the AA and then it all dies anyway. So yeah, SU-22s really, really coming in clutch here for Stardekk in this game. Because, you know, he just started off at a disadvantage, which is quite common against the second UK. The positional advantage is just generally quite crazy. Double Oster in the middle. Managing to do a lot of damage to these Gazelle rockets means that he's not going to get value out of those either. Which is really, really rough, because he was hoping that these Airmobile could hold the line. And they do manage to kill off the T-55 AM Merida with the Lore 80. But the double Beholders Mech here, not going to be able to be dealt with by the Gazelles. Especially since that Osa still sits nearby and it has been resupplied. So now it's just a matter of Stardekk taking a flag back for himself. You know, he's got to get into Alpha or Papa, or he can push into Oscar. Any of them will do, but he's got to start getting points in his favor, because, you know, the longer that this game goes on, the harder it's going to be to find those points, especially if he gives time for Scuff to recover, because Scuff has lost a lot of points. All these SAS, they're not cheap, you know, they're 100 points each. And so he's killed quite a lot of those now, as well as many other units. He's got to start taking advantage of it. Start trying to make some ground. It's going to be difficult with the forces that he has up his sleeve. I mean, the 4th Polish Mechanized is not like the best attacker. It's quite a slow division. So, yeah, he's going to have to basically get a couple of T-55s into position, or just like more of these mine clearing tanks, and then push up with those. But at the moment, no clear push coming through. Rover CP moving to this bottom side. I presume that's to initiate like a counter cap, so he can stop Stardekk from capping it himself. Yeah, he's just moving it into the back of these sectors because he's worried about losing that. Mi-24 here cleans up the Saxon. That will stop it from harassing the Osa. The Saxon on its own with its machine gun over time would be able to kill the Osa because it's not got any armor. Emabel arriving in the links though. At least going to be able to solidify that position a little bit. Warrior with the Milan, looking to take out the BRDM but misses the mark. A little bit tragic that. Look at these guys. They've managed to get into a good position on the back there. If they move up into a nice position to see the reinforcing roads, they could spy on this one and this one at the same time. The Lynx has died on the bottom side, probably due to the Osa again. And SU-22s, look at them hovering. Just hovering the back line, waiting for the next armoured target to show itself so they can kill it. A track rapier has been purchased by Scuff, so he's going to be looking to use that. But another helicopter taken out here. I'm curious about the transports here. He knows that the Osas are out and about. He knows there's a lot of Osas out and about at this point. So surely you would not put your helicopters so far forwards at this point in the game. Because he lost the Milan 2 there as well. And that is not cheap by any means. Commandosi up against the SAS there. Should win out in that engagement. Just sheer numbers. And all the while, SU-22 also coming in with the bombing strike straight onto the Milan 2. Nice kill. On the bottom side, BRDM engaging the Amabel with its exceptional optics. The Mi-24 got its rockets on target because of that. Also now seeing the Milan go down in the center there. BMP-1 surviving the shot from the Lore 80. The SU-22. It clustered the SAS. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, with the scouts backing them up, the SAS were going to defeat the Commandosi. Scott taken out there? Just by the Milan. Mi-24W. Not able to kill the Rapier. Will the track Rapier get the kill though? Oh, no, of course it won't. Oh, I never have faith in the track Rapier. Never, ever, ever. Okay, so you can see that Stardekk, he's been slowly but surely developing his position here. Pushing forwards, getting a number of units into each area. And he has way more than Scuff because of the kills that have happened so far. So as long as he continues to build up and then make concerted pushes all at once, there isn't going to be much that Scuff can really do about it. Especially with how the air's played out so far with all of these SU-22s. So, like this Strength Rapier, it's not going to be able to do much on its own. It needs backup. It needs like another 2 or even 3 Rapiers if they want to start shooting down the SU-22s, reliably at least. Artillery has been brought in though. Oh, interesting. An ML-20 being purchased here. That's going to be hitting the tracked Rapier. He doesn't even need the aircraft. It's way too late for that. Goes down with 2 shots. Opens up the skies once again. Phantom's going to be hanging out with the Sky Flash. Hoping to shut down any SU-22 play. But at the moment, honestly, all that Stardekk really needs to do is wait for them to run out of fuel, then bring in the SU-22s. Osa does get taken out in the meantime by the Challenger. So the SU-22 clusters will be sniffing about. But Bihotosmech and Supergej Demove moving up to engage the Modemobile there. And with the RPO, Rice should be able to dislodge them pretty easily. BMP-1 though, taken out by the Challenger Mark II as well. The Challenger's, like the one in the middle for example, was holding the line for so long. This one's going to probably start doing the same on the bottom until it gets hit by a cluster in the face. Because there's not really much that the 4th Mechanized can do against the Challenger Mark II. You could maybe hit it with like a mine clearer and then rush it down, but due to its low cohesion after that, but otherwise like the Mi-24 in this case can be taking up the mantle Trying to get the Kokon on target, doesn't manage to do so. But here it comes. Su-22 clusters, but the F4Fs, they're still alive. And they are coming. But can they hit the mark? Su-22 cluster survives. One of the Phantom F3s gets taken down. Both of them get taken down. The Su-22 survives. Here comes the bombs, and Scuff throws in the towel before it hits the mark. Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough one once again for Scuff. It seems like for Scuff, he either has a really good game or a really bad game. And there's like no in between. Yeah, 4,285 kills, 2,125 losses, 2-1 KD. Pretty solid performance, honestly, from Stardekk in that one. Like, Scuff had the advantage massively in that game, but I feel like maybe he tried to overextend further than he needed to when he already had all the ground that he wanted. Yeah, like, trying to overextend past the bottom side of the map to get a leader in there just seemed kind of unnecessary when you already have the center and the bottom. Like, on that map, having the center and the bottom is how you win, like just having both. You don't need to go deeper. And I felt like that threw away quite a lot of assets that could have been used on the defense and made it a lot more difficult for Stardekk to build up enough aircraft to get through. Because if you don't push with the SAS, you keep them back, you don't let them get picked off on their own, they become the ultimate manpad squads. And so when you see those Su-22s diving you with the cluster, you can rely on the SAS to shoot them down quite a lot, like, because the accuracy is super high. So that's generally what I find strange when I'm watching like the second UK players. They kind of tend to waste their SAS, and it seemed like the same happened in this one. I mean, the Su-22 cluster coming in killing SAS, sure, okay. It's going to be hard to avoid that. But then if you have other SAS nearby, you know, Trek Rapier, then you have a chance of shooting them down. And once you get rid of that aircraft, your division is so much stronger than the 4th mech. Like, the Challenger Mark IIs will win out because there's no more cluster to kill them, and then it's up to the T-55s to get the job done, and that's just not happening. So, yeah, it was oddly played. I don't think that Scuff was really ready for that matchup, and I think that Stardekk knew how to play around it. So, yeah, that's how it worked out. And commiserations to Scuff. Going to take it back to 2-2, but still all to play for into the 5th game. So I'm excited to see how that one works out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.